Welcome to a trip down memory lane. Today we're stepping back in time to peek inside a 1970s bathroom. A decade known for its bold style and unique trends, the 1970s brought us an array of decor, colors, and beauty products that defined an era. Let's take a closer look at what made 1970s bathrooms so distinctive. The 1970s were a time of vibrant colors and daring design choices. The first thing you'll notice about a 1970s bathroom is the abundance of colors. Earth tones like green avocado, harvest gold, and burnt orange were incredibly popular. These colors weren't just accents, they dominated the space from the walls to the appliances. Tiles in shades of green and orange were often paired with matching fixtures. Avocado green tiles and bathtubs were common, creating a cohesive and immersive look. It wasn't just about the walls and fixtures, even the towels and rugs followed these color trends. Shag rugs and complementary colors added a touch of softness and comfort. Let's dive into the beauty appliances that were staples in every 1970s bathroom. One of the most iconic appliances was the hairdryer. The 1970s hairdryers were bulky and often came with a bonnet attachment for an at-home salon experience. These dryers were essential for achieving the big, voluminous hairstyles that were in style during this time. Alongside the hairdryer, electric rollers were a must-have for any beauty enthusiast. These rollers helped create the iconic curls and waves of the era. They were often stored in pastel-colored cases, adding to the overall aesthetic of the bathroom. Curling irons also became more advanced during this time, offering different sizes and shapes to create various hairstyles. From tight curls to loose waves, these tools were indispensable for anyone wanting to stay on trend. And I have a vintage Farrah Fawcett, lady chic, hair dryer. I've tried it. It seems so weak compared to a Dyson nowadays, but maybe just because it's old, it's 50 years old now, but maybe back then it was more powerful. I don't know. And I used to have one with the big bonnet thing as well, which I do like the idea of that. And I do love the decor in a 1970s bathroom. I think it'd really be neat to find a house that is a 1970s time capsule, all in mint condition, and just move into it and really embrace the 1970s vibe. But I remember when I was younger seeing carpet in bathrooms and thinking it was insane. But now, I like the idea of it, but yes, I think if you had kids or it would be hard to keep clean, and I think it would get moldy. Let me know if you grew up house with carpet in the bathroom or a thick shag carpet. And let's move on to the beauty products and perfumes that fill the medicine cabinet. Skincare in the 1970s saw the rise of many now iconic brands. Cold creams such as Pond's were a staple for removing makeup and moisturizing the skin. Toners like Seabreeze were often used to clean and refresh. I feel like those are the two staples in the 20th century. And Pond's cold cream was a classic skincare product. They even had the moisturizer as well. I have a vintage one from the 70s, and it's actually a moisturizer combined with a cold cream. It looks a bit different. And it was used to remove makeup and hydrate the skin. And then there's Noxzema cleansing cream, and this one had that distinctive eucalyptus scent and cooling sensation, and this one would also help with sunburns. And again, I feel like this is another staple for 20th century skin cream. It's just interesting how all these things kind of went out of style. People still buy them, but now we just have so many options with places like Sephora that a lot of times people just forget about the basic classic products that were available in the 20th century. And again, the Olay Beauty Fluid was another popular product in the 70s. I love the vintage containers, the glass bottle. It just seems so much more glamorous, and even the retro pink night cream. There's something about it. I wish companies put more products in glass, to be honest. And Clearasil Acne treatment was super popular in the 70s for people that were getting a lot of breakouts. And then the Clinique 3-step skincare system really gained popularity in the 70s. It was introduced in the late 60s, but in the 70s, it was definitely in its heyday with the 3-step system and the yellow face cream, which is still popular today. And then there's Bon Bell 1006 lotion. And this was a toner that was good for clearing your pores and reducing oiliness. I personally haven't tried this one. I've never seen it available in Canada. Let me know in the comments below. I went on their website and it looks like you can still buy these products. I'm really curious. I think it potentially could be good if you have oily skin. And then there's Jergens face cream. And this is a gentle all-purpose moisturizer. It combines with a cold cream as well. And I love this vintage one I found. I was so happy when I found that vintage Jergens at an estate sale. I've never seen this for sale in Canada, to be honest. Maybe in the past it was for sale in Canada, but I haven't seen it in my entire life ever for sale. So, but I know it's still popular in the States and you can get the newer one. They still have the 3 faces on it. It doesn't have the glamorous design. And then there's Elizabeth Arden Visible Different Moisturizer. And I quite like this moisturizer. You can buy it at Costco in 2 packs. It's a really good all-purpose moisturizer. It's perfect for day to day. And now let's look at some 1970s hair products. So the VO5 Hot Oil Treatment was super popular, as well as Clairol Herbal Essences. And Clairol was popular in the 70s because they were really promoting the natural ingredients. They had the distinct green bottle. Formula had botanical extracts as well as a signature floral fragrance. I really like the vintage ads for herbal essences in the 70s, like the vintage illustrations with the flowers. And then VO5 Hot Oil Treatment. This is a deep conditioning treatment for restoring moisture. And I remember using this in high school when I bleached my hair blonde and horrible and it turned orange. But I remember buying that. I haven't seen it in a long time for sale, at least not in Canada. And then there's the Farrah Fawcett shampoo and conditioner. So obviously Farrah Fawcett was super popular in the 70s and everyone wanted her hair. So it kind of made sense that she would have her own line. It's kind of interesting because she's one of probably the earlier celebrities that endorsed her likeness for her own product line. It's so popular now, but I guess she was kind of ahead of her time. And then there's G, Your Hair Smells Terrific. I've seen this at the Vermont Country Store. You can buy it online. I personally haven't tried it. I think the name's kind of funny, and apparently it has a really pleasant floral scent, and it has this promise that the fragrance would linger in your hair for hours after washing. I am curious to try it. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried that. And then there's Prell Shampoo, and this was super popular in the 70s. It was very popular throughout actually, and I found a vintage one. I kind of like the old retro design. I feel like it's probably not that good of a shampoo, to be honest. The green color almost seems like dish soap to me. And this was produced by Procter & Gamble in the late 40s, so it's been around a while, and by the 70s it was super popular. I've never seen it in Canada personally. Maybe it was here in the past, but I haven't seen it as of lately. And now let's jump into makeup. And I do love the 1970s makeup with the bold eyeshadows, blues, greens, purples. There's that heavy mascara for that dramatic look. And the 1920s style was surprisingly popular in the 70s, especially after that Great Gatsby movie was released with Mia Farrow and Robert Redford. For eyeshadow, Max Factor Prism Shadow was super popular, and they were known for their vibrant, shimmering eyeshadow palettes featuring bold hues like electric blue, and green, deep purples. And then there's Yardley eye paint, and Yardley again was super popular in the 60s and definitely in the 70s as well. And they had a lot of pastel shades which were popular during this decade. And then for mascara, there's the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, which made its debut in 1971, and it's an instant classic. I'm actually wearing it now, and you can still buy this one today. It's pretty good mascara. I quite like the brush. It's really easy to get nice separation in your lashes, I found, and it's quite affordable. I honestly find I don't notice much difference between high-end mascara and drugstore. I've always kind of gravitated back to drugstore because I've bought expensive Dior ones in the past, but I honestly never noticed anything different. And then there's a Revlon liquid eyeliner. So Revlon was super popular in the 20th century, especially in the 70s. And for lipstick, Revlon lipsticks were still going strong in the 70s. They had tons of different shades, lots of soft nudes, darker, more richer colors as well. And then the Yardley lip slickers, again, were super popular in the 60s and going on into the 70s for that frosted look. Like, think of Farrah Fawcett when she has that nice frosted pink lip, which was popular. And then for blush, there was CoverGirl Cheekers blush, and these were very blendable, long lasting, and a wide range of natural looking shades because people really were gravitating towards a more natural look in the 70s, kind of that laid back, kind of natural, no makeup look. And then there's Max Factor blush was super popular, and people wanted that kind of healthy, rosy, sun-kissed look. And then foundation and powder, the clean makeup era was starting in the 70s. So there's a CoverGirl's clean makeup line, and it was for like a natural finish with a wide range of shades, and it had a lightweight coverage, so it wasn't super heavy because people wanted more of a light kind of natural look, not so much in the 50s and 60s where people want that more heavy caked on look. And then Max Factor pancake makeup still was strong in the 70s. It gave you that heavier coverage with more of a matte finish. It had the sponge for blending, and again, it was popular in old Hollywood and still was popular in the 70s. And now let's talk about nail polish. So Revlon, again, was super popular. They have tons of shades to even match the lipsticks with bright oranges, pinks, and reds, and they reflected the color trends of the 70s. And Q-Tex nail polish was another leading brand during this time period, and they also had the matching lipsticks to go with it. And now let's talk about perfumes from the 70s. And when I think of the 70s, I think of more of like a darker, earthy scent. And there's tons of different popular shades. They're kind of reflected that kind of carefree, independent spirit. So Charlie by Revlon was one of the most iconic perfumes of the 70s, launched in 1973. And it was marketed towards the independent, modern woman. And the fragrance featured a blend of floral, citrus, and woody notes. And its advertising campaigns often showcase confident, career-oriented women, making it a symbol of female empowerment. I did buy the Charlie Blue on Amazon. I honestly didn't like it that much, but maybe the original was better, or I'm sure the 70s version was a lot better than the new one. I don't know, just didn't do anything for me. And there's Opium by YSL, and this one was introduced in 1977, and it had a bold and exotic fragrance, and it quickly became a favorite in the 70s. Again, it had that rich, spicy, oriental notes to it, and it was designed to evoke a sense of mystery and sensuality. And next we have Love's Baby Soft, and this was a hugely popular perfume among younger women and teenagers. Launched in 1974, it had a soft, powdery scent reminiscent of baby powder, which made it fresh and innocent, and it had playful and youthful branding. The commercials were kind of creepy, to be honest. I remember smelling a sample of it. I didn't like it that much. And then there's Halston by Halston, and this one was introduced in 1975, and it was sophisticated and elegant, and it reflected the glamour of the era. It had notes of citrus, mint, green leaves, and combined with woody and musky undertones. I actually remember watching that TV series on Netflix called Halston. It was actually interesting learning about the bottle design, and it became quite iconic. That glass bottle is kind of like bulbous on the bottom and curved up top. I thought it was interesting, and I do like Halston's 1970s designs as well. And then there's White Shoulders perfume, and this one's actually really old. It was launched in the 1940s, but it had a resurgence in popularity in the 70s, and it was known for its elegant floral bouquet of notes of gardenia, jasmine, and lilac. I mean, those notes sound nice. I think I remember smelling it in the store and thinking it didn't smell good, but list those notes. I mean, I love gardenia, jasmine, and lilac, and I bet the 1940s one smelled a lot better than the new one. And then there's Emerald by Coty, and this one is actually super old. Shockingly, it was introduced in the 20s, but again, it was very popular in the 70s. And again, it had an oriental fragrance with bergamot, orange, jasmine, and vanilla, and it was warm and inviting, and it was used, a lot of people like to wear it in the winter because of like the warmth of it. And now let's take a look at some of the typical items you would find in a 1970s medicine cabinet. I do love the idea, sometimes feeling a little sneaky when you're using someone's bathroom, you open up their medicine cabinet to see what's inside. So I love the idea of peeking in a 1970s one to see what type of toothpaste and razors and deodorant was in there. So brands like Crest and Colgate dominated the market, similar today, and people were using disposable razors. And deodorants and aerosol were highly popular, offering a quick and easy application, and brands like Ban and Right Guard were household names. So Right Guard was one of the most popular known deodorant brands in the 70s. I haven't seen that one in a while. It was famous for its aerosol spray format, which provided easy application and long-lasting protection. And then there's Ban, and Ban deodorant was another leading brand of the 70s, and it was known for its strong antiperspirant properties, and it was offered in roll-on and aerosol spray options. And then there was Secret, which is still popular today, marketed primarily towards women and became a household name in the 70s, and it was known for its gentle yet effective formula and provided all-day protection. And the advertising campaigns in the 70s often focused on the confidence it gave women, promoting the slogan "strong for men but made for a woman." And I remember that slogan in the 90s. And then there was Sure deodorant, and Sure deodorant became very popular in the 70s because it had an innovative technology that responded to a person's body heat. The brand's formula was designed to activate with increased body temperature, ensuring maximum protection when it needed it the most, and it was available in both stick and spray formulas. And then there's Arid deodorant, and this one was another major player in the deodorant market in the 70s, known for its antiperspirant properties. It was long-lasting and good for people with athletic lifestyles. I have honestly never even seen a lot of these in the store, so maybe some of them are even discontinued or just weren't popular where I grew up. And people also had the typical aspirin, antacids. A lot of times people kept cough syrups. People used Vicks Vapor Rub. This was a go-to for colds and congestions. And a lot of people had decorative elements in their bathroom as well. There's Mac plant hangers, beaded curtains, wicker baskets were a popular choice for adding a touch of bohemian flair. These items not only decorated the space, but also reflected the DIY spirit of the decade, and lighting also played a significant role in creating the ambience. Vanity lights were large, globe-shaped bulbs, provided ample illumination for beauty routines, and these lights were often set into Hollywood-style vanity mirrors, adding a touch of glamour. And mirrors themselves were often oversized and framed with ornate designs. These mirrors weren't just functional, they were state pieces that added to the overall aesthetic of the bathroom. And another unique feature of the 1970s bathroom was the use of bold and patterned wallpaper. Bold geometric patterns, floral designs covered the walls, creating a visually stimulating environment. And again, obviously now a lot of people view these type of bathrooms as tacky and out of date, but I honestly kind of like the design. I love the colored bathtubs, even that like avocado green or the orange seems like extreme, but I think I don't know, if you embraced it, it could be nice. And people had double sinks. This became more popular, accommodating the needs of double households. And the sinks had unique sculptural faucets that added a touch of modernity to the space. And bathtubs were the focal point in a 1970s bathroom. People had sunken bathtubs and jacuzzis. It offered a luxurious experience and turning the bathroom into a private retreat. And these tubs were often surrounded by lush plants, adding to the overall sense of relaxation. And speaking of plants, greenery played a significant role in the 70s bathroom decor. Potted plants and hanging planters brought a touch of nature indoors, creating a serene and inviting atmosphere. And let's talk about some of the more whimsical elements of the 70s bathroom. Novelty items like lava lamps and fuzzy toilet seat covers added a playful touch. And these weren't just functional items, but they also added a little bit of delight to the space. In the 70s, there was a lot of experimentation with materials, so plastic and lucite were used extensively, offering a modern and sleek look. Shower curtains, soap dishes, and toothbrush holders made from these materials were common, and they added that futuristic vibe to a bathroom. And in the 1970s, it was clear that this decade was defined by bold choices and a willingness to experiment with new styles and technologies. From the vibrant colors to the innovative appliances and unique decor, the 1970s were a true reflection of the era's spirit. And let me know if you want me to feature any other decades or any other rooms in the house. I love going back and looking at the 20th century to see how people lived, how they decorated, which products they used in their daily beauty routine. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to feature any other decades or even any other rooms. And thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out some of my other vintage bathroom videos.